So after messing up one recording, I guess we'll do this recording here. And yes, I have been raising cats, so that did dig into my time to make custom content. But as we get Goizo into all, well, not all, random item stats, rash decisions, yeah, we'll try to go through the Valentine's end event. So note here, this is going to be a 0.5 episode because I did not get done what I wanted to get done today. So I'm not going to deny it. I'll admit that it's because I was also busy raising cats. So what old god did I have again? Oh, I think it was a Thotu. I'm just going to say Goizo. So as we enter Goizo Rash Decisions Random Item Sets Custom Character, I didn't get the graphics done, but I should have pretty much got the meat of the Valentine's event. So hopefully by tomorrow, or within the next 24 to 48 hours, I can release the mystery and then I can be done with it. So second encounter knowledge, second the Takushi-san light, strength, maybe charisma check. We can't run ally attack because the fact that we need to go for a prepare action when you use ally tech. Otherwise, the chance to hit is a lot lower than I'd like it to be. So, yeah, that's why I'm going to continue using weapon here. But as we see what we have here, Valentine's into, so we definitely want to take B into Hell, Botanist, and Footage. Well, that's a lineup. No bosses forced, but it is going to be interesting when I go through a bunch of investigations. So, max threat level school, max threat level hospital, high threat level forest. We take the school, because we will be visiting the school more than a few times. But as we prepare and grab our funds to grab a weapon, again, I did get a lot of basically the lore done. You'll notice the text here, so if anything, this is a hot test video as well, and by that I mean I am testing out things that I just recently changed. So what ends up happening is that you might see text going off of the box UI, or where it's intentionally, you'll definitely see it go off the screen when it's not supposed to. So I just want to preface what you're going to see in this video with that, just in case you see it, because I could force the text to appear, but I was also testing out stat checks and whatnot, so hopefully the game doesn't crash, but yeah, if it does, then I guess so be it. That's why this is a 0.5 video. That's not an excuse, but it's going to be a 0.5 video. So, Sledgehammer, we don't have prepare action, so I would probably only be able to add in about 4, maybe even 3 attack boosts. And if an enemy has a high power value, that's going to be troublesome. Same thing can be said for the Carpenter Hammer, though, so I hope I get something that's relatively accurate. The Hatchet, I feel like didn't have base... Keep in mind, we're on random item stats right now. I guess I'll work with the Sledgehammer and see. If nothing else, we have kicks to go back on. We'll visit History Club once, because I feel a little scared. So yeah, we'll take a Thotu Flame, take our 24% Doom, Monument, and off we will go. So another thing to mention that, again, because my failed recording, I have to remember what I talked about before. But more importantly speaking, as we actually get quite a good chance to hit if we do all of this. Also, why are we slower than I expect to be? I also never fixed Exorcism, that's fine. Or whatever that spell is supposed to be, but... Oh, it's the Sledgehammer effect, I think, right? Yeah, slower offensive actions anyway, but 75% chance to do 9 damage. I'll take it. We trinket. And yeah, what I wanted to mention is that using the trinket, I'm going to leave it so that you can use it on the same enemy, because trying to use it on pretty much 4 different enemies is quite a lot to deal with, basically. I did not want to put you through that. How do I know this? Is because I went through a few runs, not a lot, but a few runs in which it is doable, but if you have bad RNG, you are essentially just suffering for no reason, because effectively you're just taking like a bunch of HP's worth of damage, especially if you're really unlucky. By this I mean, for the first part, let's just say it out so that I can explain it. So if I didn't go through it through a previous episode, the trinket you're guaranteed to get a heart within 3 uses of the trinket, and once you get a success, essentially the RNG resets. So the first time you use the trinket without it succeeding, there's a 40% chance for you to get a heart. The second time is an 80% chance, and the third time you're guaranteed a heart. Once you get a heart, again, this chance basically gets reset. So that's why I say if you fail 2 times, and try to get 4 hearts, you will take a maximum of about 8 stamina or reason interchangeably. So I didn't want you to go through that because, well, there's nothing fun about that. On top of that, you could just be in a run where you fight like seven to eight enemies, and half of them are bosses, and the other half are, oh my goodness, this is a lot of damage, by the way. The other half are harder enemies, like the Glued Corpse, the lady who doubles her damage in the downtown, the Dream Eater, and then the Kinoko Gatherer. I mentioned these four specifically because that is literally a test run that I did, and it did not feel good. So, yeah, we're actually going to throw 2 flame here. And then hopefully we hit this. Okay, good. But, yeah, it's not great when you run into a situation like that. It's still definitely workable. I'm not going to say that, but I'm trying to think of the average person who would be playing with My Valentine's event and what they may or may not run into. Now, again, for the most part, that's kind of, if we're going with a biased audience in terms of people who would be playing My Valentine's event mystery, they would probably be the sort of player who can survive a lot better than I can, I will admit. So what ends up happening is that you would probably survive regardless. Still, though, I wouldn't want you to put you through some bad RNG. If you want it changed, then I guess we could. We'll use a 2 flame again. But I think as it is, it's gonna stay balanced because again, if someone else goes through Valentine's and they have to deal with using it in 4 different enemies, I swear this isn't because I programmed it correct. I was having trouble getting that kind of function to work where you can only use it during get a heart successfully once during a certain enemy. But like when I actually made it work, and then I was like, oh, let's go through it because I have this working. It's all shiny. It was a lot. It was not fun to go through if you were really unlucky. Which again, I think I failed 2 runs and I only succeeded 1 run. And 1 run was because I got a bad ghost, and then I decided to gamble on the 3rd mystery where I ran into the it was an Ath run where I ran into the Glitch Magician, and so I could take the Doom and move on. That run also had, yes, because I said take the Doom, you can guess that I got Recluse or Flood. I got both. So getting both of those mysteries and having a lot of Doom to work with, I did end up taking like 20% extra Doom, but at least I got my 4 hearts. So that's really unfortunate. Well. And yeah, on top of that, you're taking damage. I rolled a 12 here, by the way, so at least, if nothing else, I'll show you Valentine's. And I'm not going... This is a 0.5 episode. We're not going to do anything too fancy. You'll also note that I didn't put in a lot of text or make the graphics for, like, the splash screen yet. Again, it's because... If I didn't explain it, which I should explain now, it's because of the fact that I was not happy with what I had. So, specifically, I was trying to work with a back sprite. I think I'm still going to use a back sprite, but basically what I made was... I stepped away for like an hour just to think on it, because I like to do that often, but when I came back, I was like, yeah, this doesn't look good, so I decided to try it again. Specifically, there are also vanishing point issues, artistic-wise, so I looked at it. Hopefully the game doesn't crash here, because I'm trying to test events, but... yeah, we'll continue moving on. So, yeah, nearly went off of the text box there. I think that was relatively the same. I don't think I really changed this text, but again, we're gonna pick just to see. Also, oh no, we're not on rash decisions, so shrug. But, yeah, it's here that we're going to be seeing if we can do things. Now, oftentimes you would probably just force story events and then just check your text, but because I wanted to check stat checks as well, just to make sure I did it right, because you never know, human error like this, I forgot that I left 2 choices because I was testing out another stat check here. Yeah. Things to smooth out in more test plays. But again, it was being smoothed out as I was also testing a change to the trinket, which ate up a lot of my time making the Valentine's mystery. So basically, within the next 24, 48 hours, I should have the mystery released. If not, shrug, I guess. I mean, I didn't make it in time for Valentine's Day anyway, so I guess we'll find out. But as we enter the later part of this mystery, we are going to lose here just to show, if nothing else, what may or may not happen. But as we follow our instincts and fail a perception check, again, this is kind of off. I think I could cut out more here. I'm literally 1 word off. I was also, if nothing else, in terms of custom content advice, it is kind of an interesting challenge to try to limit the amount of text you have. You could use linked events left, right, and center, but I wouldn't really advise for that because there's only so much you can do. If you have to do it though, do it. But I find at least for myself, the challenge of using less text and basically being more concise is a lot more interesting. Also, you'll notice that I did not change the thingamajiggy there. I did not change it. I am going to give you a guaranteed out if you don't want to fight this boss for this reason. But I was also trying to test out perm-specific things. Also, this stamina because I didn't change the name because I was doing some variable work just to see what I could do with the heart, and yeah, it's not going to work as intended. So, as we are going to lose because there's no way we can fight a 101 HP enemy as we are now, yeah, not really much else to say. If you have anything to say, you know what to do. If you don't have anything to say, that's cool too. Otherwise, I will see you in the whole not 0.5 episode of this Valentine's Event Mysteries. Also, we're on a not sudden death, but even with that, like, I wonder how much HP I can get out. I think you have to drop below 5, right? Yep, you do!